Bash into them, I yelled. A taxi driver, a stolen suitcase, a group of thieves. I didn't have a plan, but I had the attitude. I was just a salesman, seeing how my livelihood was being stolen right in front of me. What follows is the most chaotic 5 minutes of my life. And trust me, you won't believe how it ended. In the mid-80s, I worked selling teaching materials to various schools. I would make phone calls, schedule appointments, show the products, explain their uses, and sell what I had with me or take orders. To do this, I drove around in a company car with a suitcase full of the products I was promoting. But at that time, I also had a shop in a permanent fair where I sold crafts, and I occasionally had to visit the shop. One day I was speaking with people at the fair when a colleague came running towards us asking, "Who is the small car that's parked outside?" "They're stealing a suitcase," she said. I jumped up and ran towards the car and saw the thieves crossing the street with my suitcase. Without thinking about the consequences, I crossed the street to recover my suitcase, but I had to stop halfway because they were already moving their car to escape. Standing in the middle of the street, all I could see were the hundreds of dollars disappearing, never to return, along with my job. At that moment, I saw a taxi coming down the street and waved at it. "Follow that car," I told him, like a police officer giving orders, or like a Rambo who fancies himself a cop. Sitting in the back seat of the taxi and leaning over the front seat, I was instructing the driver so he wouldn't lose the thieves. A few blocks later, they turned right to avoid getting stuck in a traffic light, and we were just a few meters behind. The taxi driver, who already felt like Rambo's sidekick, told me anxiously, "I can cut them off here." Me, without thinking of the disastrous financial consequences, replied, "Bash into them." Luckily, they turned right just in that exact moment, and there was no crash. But unfortunately for them, they ran head-on into traffic jam and couldn't move any further. I opened the taxi door and started walking towards the thieves. The seconds ticked by in slow motion. My brain had no plan. A little voice inside me said, "What the hell are you doing? What if they have guns? What are you going to do?" At that moment, the thieves' car door opened, and I stopped. I was standing between my Rambo student and the gang of thieves, not knowing what to do. Then the thief, who had got out of the car, took out the suitcase, threw it on the ground, got back in the car, and they drove off slowly as the traffic cleared. The suitcase was untouched, except for an old calculator that went off with the thieves. I clearly scared them with my Rambo stare. Although maybe they opened the suitcase and figured out that nothing in it was going to be of any use to them. Educational material. Well, friends, I hope you liked the story and the video. And if you did, please remember to give it a thumbs up, share it as much as you can, subscribe. The future of this channel and the videos or stories to come might depend on your help. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to click on the bell if you want to listen to more stories like this one.